Listen, SDS, instead of making us wait for a cutscene that may or may not happen or that happens every once in a while, why don't you guys give us what you had way back in 2006, and that's the ability to interact with the different members of the organization, whether it be managers, whether it be players, whether it be the GM, whether it be the owner. Just give us ways to, again, interact. We used to be able to do this, I think, about as far back as MLB The Show 13 for sure. I think 17 might have had some of it too, where you can initiate. In other words, you control what you want. Some of these here involve talking to the media, like this one for an exclusive interview. How about you use some of the personalities that are in Major League Baseball and the cutscenes that you guys have that are pretty dynamic. I do like that. How about that affect both, your relationship with the media, with that individual reporter or whoever you're talking to, with, the manager, the players, your teammates, that is, and, the higher ups. Like, I want a real dynamic, I want to say almost RPG-like experience, because as of right now, we've got nothing more than you got to wait for a cutscene to get traded. You have to wait for a cutscene to talk to your manager to change position. If you're not happy about the team, you literally can't say anything about it other than maybe I want to be traded. There's a limit here, which I think about a month through this season. I got 30 days before I can even, request a trade. Same thing with a call up, which how about, I'm able to just say, yo, I'm playing well as hell right now. Yo, can we call me up? And if they agree, cool, I get called up. If they disagree, maybe nothing particularly happens with my playing time. Maybe if I request it too often, then that could be something under the hood where even asking more than twice within a short period of time could, reduce your playing time. It could, piss off some of your teammates. Hell, some of your teammates might like that because it'll help them get, some burn. It'll piss off your manager because your manager's like, yo, man, you down here, you think you hitting well. You hit your first AAA home run, and now you think you Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds. No, bro. You gonna miss your next start. And then you gotta rehab that relationship, maybe with you. Maybe you gotta say something on social media. Like, social media is pretty much useless and has been for several years since they put it in. It was basically just, hey, here's some random tweets, and some of them are complimentary. Some of them are more so rival fans talking smack to you, and that's cool, but I'd like to be able to actually interact with that. Maybe that'll affect my popularity. While usually being positive will make you more popular, maybe for some fans they just don't care. Say you're acting more like Derek Jeter, where you are a cookie cutter. I'm gonna not say much. I'm not gonna give the media anything. Maybe that affects your relationship with some of the media members, especially local beat writers and stuff. Maybe that affects your teammates. Your teammates might not have a problem with that because they know, yo, he's about business and that's it. If he wants to come talk to me outside of the media, cool. I know that I can confide in him and he can confide in me, and we don't have a problem. Or if we do have a problem, like if you saw the ESPN the Captain documentary, you saw Derek Jeter was pretty forthright saying, yo, like, we ain't see eye to eye all the time. A-Rod was a people pleaser and kind of still is that now, at least from what I can see on TV. I don't know the man, but from what I saw, he wanted to, please Jeter and stuff like that. And Jeter was just like, there was one incident that kind of, he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna be cordial with you. I'm gonna be professional with you. But like, we not that close of friends. I don't know if that's gotten better over the years. Again, I don't know Jeter or A-Rod, but think of how that is a dynamic layer in Road to this show. You have to actually cultivate a relationship with your teammates. As it currently stands, those relationships really just help your attributes. You help them, they can help you. They usually are more helpful to you than you to them. Maybe you need to actually talk, maybe not actually talk, it could just be the same, like you got the choices, maybe not 4, I'd like to see more, but I know how there's paralysis of choice where people, you give them a bunch of options, they're just like, oh God, I don't want to deal with this. And I don't blame them. No, I'm like that too. But say you can, you know, hey, yo, how about we actually go fielding training? Because, you know, you having a hard time with ground balls to your left, to your right. How about, hey, man, listen, you're not catching up to the fastball, man. You know, maybe you say it in a more jerkish way. Maybe you say it in a kind of neutral way. Hey, man, I've been seeing, you know, you haven't been, you know, hitting fastballs all that well. You know, I got stats here. Say, you know, you're a more analytical dude. Or, you know, maybe you subtly say something to your teammate. You know, you might want to, this pitch over here, he's throwing hard. You know, you might want to, you know, take like a, you might want to take a millisecond swing earlier to hit that. Bam. Maybe that helps. You know, maybe guys don't want you talking about their game. Take, for instance, Cody Bellinger, who, despite him being a former MVP, it has been said in the media or from maybe teammates. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a Dodgers fan. I know some people who are. I think they've retweeted stuff like this. And like Cody Bellinger just refuses to change his swing, refuses to change what he does to make, you know, his offensive game better. He's a great defender at center. You know, anywhere in the outfield, first base he plays too. Take that and turn it on his head. For matter of fact, that's really not that much different than a guy like Joey Gallo. His approach is his approach. Now, he might walk more. He seems to have better power than, say, a guy like Cody Bellinger. But Bellinger just got $17 million for a contract. Granted, he's might be a little younger. And Joey Gallo had to sign for 11 because, you know, he's a 3-outcome guy. And Cody Bellinger, you know, he's had greater upside in the past. You can take different aspects of the team that players really deal with, and really, you can really formulate and really make it so that just because as you're coming up into the majors, you're not just dealing with just those cutscenes, and then once you get to the MLB, you might every once in a blue moon get a chance to interact and really change your fortunes as things are in Major League Baseball. Like, say for instance, I'm playing Road to the Show and I am on the Yankees. You know, we just got swept by the Astros. You know, I'm pissed. I mean, well, obviously I'm be pissed off because we lost, but the media comes to me and asks me, they might ask some of the usual suspect questions, you know, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to actually choose an answer for that, but say there's like one question they ask, oh, what do you think, you know, we could do to, what do you think could be done to fix the team? And if you have that level of influence, you might actually sway the GM to actually sign some guys, maybe re-sign a guy like Judge. Go out there and sign in free agency a dude like Carlos Rodon so that it really bolsters your pitching staff. Tell them, hey, how are we going to rehab the relievers so that when our starters are maybe not done as in they've got shellacked, but when we get to the bullpen, we know we can count on these arms and we trust these arms. And it's like, hey, they know when they go out there, yo, I don't have to do a hell of a whole lot. You know, just get my 3 outs, don't give up a run or too many runs at all. And bam, we should easily be able to get W's so that maybe the offense doesn't feel that pressure also. Little random ideas. I'm using what you guys have already done in the past. You bring some of that back, you add more to it, and I think Road to the Show gets back to its glory days. Or not even its glory days. This would be the glory days of Road to the Show.